Hello, friends and viewers. Oh, I've got my hat on this morning because I've got a headache. Me and a bunch of my buddies went to a Mexican restaurant last night, and it was over in a place that we call Tattoo Town. The reason we call it Tattoo Town, there's 3 tattoo parlors on the same street where the restaurant is. I never, ever drink any because I tend to do goofy or silly things when I'm drinking. I try to avoid looking silly at all costs, but my buddies bought me one of them margaritas, and out of courtesy, I drunk it. Oh, out of courtesy, I drunk that margarita, and it must have been pretty good because pretty soon I was chug-a-lugging margaritas, and my buddy was cheering me on. They told me they'd never seen anybody do the Mexican hat dance on top of a table before. They said I was doing pretty good until I fell off and knocked over the tortilla making machine. And that big old guy they sent to toss me out, somehow he managed to avoid my full Nelson. Oh, I'll tell you, if you hold still long enough for me to get my full Nelson on you, it can be rather difficult to get out of. I'll bet that big old boy's got some sore knuckles this morning. Oh, well, the first thing I done when I woke up this morning, because there's so many tattoo parlors around there, I was afraid I might have been silly and got another tattoo of Chi-Chi. The first thing I done was check my arms and my chest. Thank goodness I didn't end up with another tattoo. Hopefully, just as soon as this eye heals up, I'll be looking normal again. Man, I believe this hat makes my headache even worse. Oh, oh. Well, thank goodness I pre-recorded the joke of the week, and I'll try to get it started for you here. This guy's out driving in West Texas. He's tired, been on the road all day, and the old West Texas road seems to go on forever. And he passes a post. It's got a cardboard sign tacked to it, and the sign reads, "Talking dog for sale." Guy drives on for a bit, and he's thinking about the sign. Thinks, I'm tired, kind of need a break, so I think I'll go back and check that out. Bound to be a good story behind that sign. So he turns around, goes back. There's an old dirt driveway, turns off the road, winds up through the mesquite, comes to an end of an old ramshackle clapboard house. Old man sitting on the porch. He gets out and he said, "You the one with the talking dog for sale?" The old man said, "Yeah, that'd be me." I said, "Well, could I see the dog?" He said, "Yeah, he's around back." The guy walks around back, and there's an old dog box, got a mangy looking old mongrel tied to it, laying there in the dirt. Guy looks down at the dog. "Well, I guess you'd be the talking dog." Dog looked up at him and said, "Yeah, that'd be me, all right." The guy, just like somebody kicked him in the chest, he feels all the wind go out of him. He's kind of giddy-headed. He's in shock. So it takes him a few moments to kind of recollect his senses. The dog looks at him and says, "You know, talking's not the only thing I do." He said, "I've done a lot of work for the government. They put me in these airports. I walk through the terminals, get to listen to everything that everyone says it's hard to say how many hijackings I've stopped just on my testimony against these people. So there's probably a lot of planes in the air today that would have been hijacked, destroyed, lives lost if it hadn't have been for me. The guy just standing there looking at a dog, his mouth's open, he's just trying to get his breath. Dog said, I'll tell you something else I've done. He said, the government's put me in some of these drug kingpins. Said, they'll pat me on the head, give all their secrets away. Said, if it hadn't have been for me, there'd probably be many, many more pounds of marijuana, opium, hash, all kinds of drugs on the street. Said, I don't know how many of the drug lords and drug kingpins and drug pushers I've been able to put in jail. And the guy just, I mean, he just stymied from this talking dog. He finally kind of gets to where he can move again and turns around and goes back to where the old guy's sitting on the porch. He said, how much you want for that dog anyway? The old man thinks a moment. He said, nah, I don't know, $10. The old guy said, here. He can't get it to him quick enough. Here, shake. So he starts around to get the dog. He stopped and he says, one question, buddy. He said, why are you selling him so cheap? The old man said, huh, all that stuff he talks about, he ain't done none of that crap.